Yo guys, what's up? So today I'm going to be deleting the sunroof from the Micra, as you can see. It's absolutely freezing, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably spend 2 days on this. Well, not 2 full days, but what I'm going to do is prep it, paint it, and then spend another day pulling the old sunroof out and then painting it. So today I'm just going to focus on cutting it down to size. And then we'll paint the panel and drill all the holes and stuff. So my friend Luke got this, he's a fabricator and he's got me a sheet of metal from his work. So he cut it down on the guillotine roughly to size. So it's pretty much where it needs to be, but I just want to round the corners off. I put the edge of my old steering wheel up to here, to get like a nice clean edge, even edge on all the sides, but it's actually a bit too much, so we just need to take a little bit less off and round the corners off. So I'll go do that now, and we'll try and get a nice round edge rather than it just being a square plate. So that's the first job, and then we'll trim it down with the angle grinder, and then I'll drill all my holes, and then we'll paint the panel. I'm probably just going to paint it satin black for now, just to save a bit of time. So we'll let's get it all measured up and cut it down. So what I'm going to do is we'll push this tub of old turtle wax up to the corner so it meets the edge on both sides, and then I'm just gonna there, so should be about right there, draw around so it meets the edge, and that'll round the corner off nicely. And then I've done the same on that side, and then I'll trim it down and see if that looks alright. If it doesn't look alright, then we'll put a bit more of an aggressive corner on it, but yeah, we'll see. I'll just mark up all 4 corners. So same again, just get the tub to the edge. It just gives you a nice even corner in each thing rather than guessing the corner, if you know what I mean, just trimming it down to eye. At least it's kind of roughly the same size. So there we go. I'm just going to grab the angle grinder now, and we'll trim them all down. So there we go. I've rounded all the edges off, as you can see. Tried to get it as neat as I can with the angle grinder, but obviously there'll be a bit of burn marks here, but I'll put it, that side will be the bottom, so you won't see those anyway. But yeah, I've just rounded it off. It just looks a bit neater than putting a square panel on, I guess. So test is now is to we'll offer it back up against the sunroof and make sure we haven't cut it too short or anything, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pre-drill all my holes for my rivets, because I'm gonna rivet it on. So I'm gonna pre-drill all my holes for my rivets on the panel, but not on the sunroof, and then I'm gonna paint this, and then once I've got when I take the sunroof out the next day I'm here, what will happen is I'll just drill through the holes that I've already drilled to get my markings, and then I can paint, and that just means that I can paint this off the car rather than trying to paint it on the car. So we'll do that now. We'll just offer it up now and make sure it all fits, and then I'll start drilling all the holes for the rivet panel on there. Still got plenty of overhang over the sunroof for my rivets to go around, so that'll be nice. And it's still got loads of overhang for the rivets. So what I'm going to do now is I'll start drilling all the rivets, drilling all the holes out for the rivets. We're all cut. We're all got all the holes drilled. So they're all about 1.5 inches on the straight edges. I tightened them up a little bit on the corners just to stop any water getting in. So yeah, that's that. And then now it's just getting it ready to paint. So I've got some sandpaper. I'm just going to scuff up the metal a little bit just so the primer sticks to it a bit better. Yeah, doesn't need a lot. It's just getting it a little bit of an etch to it just so the primer sticks. So I'm just going to quickly sand that down now, and then we'll lay some primer down. So as you can see, I've scuffed it all down there. I'm just going to primer it now. I've got grey primer. It'd probably be better with like red oxide primer or something, but this is just what I've got in my garage already. So I'm just going to give it a quick dousing. That'll probably do it, to be honest. So I'll just leave that to dry for a few hours, and then I'll scuff it up a little bit and put some black on top of it, and then the panel will probably put 2 or 3 layers of black on, and then we'll the panel will be ready for me to drop the sunroof out then, and then we can put it in, and hopefully it all fits all right. I've measured it all, but doesn't always mean that it's going to fit. So yeah, we'll pick it back up in a few hours when this layer's dried. It's the next day now. The primer's dried. I've just given it a quick scuff down with some 600 grit sandpaper. You'll find if you use shit primer, paint from cans is generally pretty crap anyway, but I used to use the primer from Halfords, and whenever you sand it, it seems to just go straight through it and back down to the metal. So I actually got this primer from Boys, and it sands really well. Like, it doesn't all come off as soon as you start sanding it. So it's a lot easier to work with. So I've just been using that. It's a lot better. I've got the satin black from there as well. So we're just going to lay down some black paint on it now, and then we'll have to leave the black to dry, and then I'll do a couple of layers of black just to make sure I get a good thick coat on it, and then it should be ready then to go on the car. So that's the first layer. I'm not going to lay it down too thickly because it's really cold today, so it'll take ages to dry. So I've just put on a thin coat. You can see it's still not quite covered bits of it. So we'll let that dry, and then I'll come back later on today and stick another coat down on it, and I'll probably do like 3 or 4 coats on it before it's ready. So yeah, we'll come back later.